Hey bookworms, welcome back to my channel and to another review. Today I'll be talking about Bone China by Laura Purcell. This is actually the second book by this author that I've read. The first one was The Silent Companions, which was this gothic haunted house kind of book that I really wasn't impressed by. But after reviewing it and saying how unscary it was, people started commenting on how I didn't really get it because it was supposed to be this atmospheric and creepy, not scary. And I get it, so I decided to give Laura Purcell another chance and managed to get this bunch of her books as ebooks, and I decided to start or continue with Bone China. Bone China follows mostly a young woman called Hester who is obviously running away from her past, and she arrives to work as a nurse to Miss Pinecroft, a woman who suffered a stroke and is currently in need of constant care. Her house is in Cornwall near the sea, far away from civilization, and Hester thinks it's just another job taking care of a disabled lady, being a part of the household. But she soon realizes that there's something strange happening in the house. Does it have to do with Miss Pinecroft's ward, a grown woman with the mind of a child? The huge, strange collection of china that seemed to have more than just monetary or sentimental value? Or maybe it has to do with Creda, the maid, a mysterious and superstitious woman who appears to know more than she's telling? And is this strange threat a person or something supernatural? I know the plot sounds strange, or maybe it's just generic, but it's because it's a bit difficult to tell it like I usually do. The book has two timelines actually. One follows Hester and the other taking place 40 years previously at the same house. So let's just get right into it, if it's not too late. I disliked this book. I don't think it was awful or stupid, I just didn't see the point of it. I don't think it was neither better nor worse than The Silent Companions, but I think both books had an interesting story that was told rather badly. Basically, I felt that this book was useless or underwhelming. It suggests a lot but didn't do anything with it, as if the author had this great idea for different interesting plot lines and characters and motives and conflicts, but she didn't come up with any arcs or any real solutions to any of those plotlines yet, so she just took those ideas and went with it, without any idea of what to do after she introduced them. That's at least how I felt the book was constructed. First we have the scare factor, the creepy thing, the menace, the villain, whatever. Creda is portrayed as a sinister character but not established as the antagonist, but there's something else, maybe a ghost or a curse or something. Well, I won't tell you, but it's partially because I don't know myself. Now, it's fine to have a sinister force that we don't really understand or 100% realize what it is, but then the rest of the book have to give you something so it will be worth it, or at least have a strong message of it doesn't matter what it is, it should stay mysterious. It doesn't happen here. Also, the book fails to convey any sense of real threat or danger. We hear people talk about something dangerous and we see bad things happen to people in flashbacks, but we never really sense that our protagonist is in actual danger. This is a problem that I also had in The Silent Companions. The protagonist feels that she's in danger, but I never really felt that danger. I don't care that it's supposed to be atmospheric instead of scary. I didn't even feel the creepy or dangerous atmosphere. There was no real conflict. Then we have the time jumps that not only didn't lead to anything, but also felt kind of off. It wasn't very clear who we are supposed to follow in Bone China. There was something about the time jumps that just constantly was pulling me out of the story. We start with Hester and we get hints that she's running away from something, and then we'll get flashback to her past, and little by little we realize what happened to her. But then we'll start having flashbacks to 40 years in the past, but while Hester's timeline is told in first person and it's clear that she is the one who is telling her own story, the past timeline is told in third person and it's never made clear who is telling the story and to whom, because Hester never learns this information. So do we have information that our first-person protagonist doesn't? And this timeline also tells an interesting story, but it feels so separate to the present. It does slightly explain things, but not enough in order for me to think this trailing off was worth it. It just wasn't a full, coherent story. It was just confusing. Okay, I see no reason to continue complaining about this book. I didn't like it. I didn't see the point of it. Again, I feel we have a nice idea, done badly. If you read other books by Laura Purcell and have recommendation to a better one, I'm willing to hear it or read it. But if you've read The Silent Companions and loved it, maybe you'll love this one as well. But don't read this book if you like closed endings. So many things are left open in this one. With some I'm okay with. Some things can totally be left for the imagination, keep you guessing. But this isn't what's happening here. Here we just get a non-complete story with an underwhelming ending. And those were my thoughts on Bone China. I'd like to hear your opinions and how I didn't get this book either. Guys, thank you very much for watching this video. I really hope you liked it, and if you did, don't forget to click the like button to show your support. And since you're already there, subscribe to my channel, if you dare, and recommend me a better Laura Purcell book if you know of one. Guys, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.